Hey, good evening. This is Wilfredo Aguilar bringing you the word of the day. Today we're going to talk about possessing the promised land. Hallelujah. Possessing the promised land. Um, this was the goal of Israel coming out from Egypt. God did miracles, took him out of Egypt, out of the hand of Egypt, and brought him to himself in wings of eagle to Mount Horeb, and the main goal was to eventually enter the land that God wanted them to possess, a land that flow milk and honey. It was a good land. It was a symbol of peace, of rest from their wandering in the desert. Unfortunately, they did not enter. They weren't able to enter at one point where the decision was to believe God in His word. When they heard bad reports and they pay attention to the bad report, they didn't pay attention to the word of God. They pay attention to the bad report, and that made them fear, and they did not go and fight their enemies and conquer that land. And because of that, God promised that they will not enter. And this is sad because this is a people that have seen the glory of God. They have seen miracles, wonders. They have seen incredible provision. I mean, they have seen water come out of a rock when there was no water, and water flushing out from a rock, like living water from the earth. Uh, God did amazing miracles. They saw the Red Sea depart. They saw huge miracles, but yet Hebrews says they did not add faith. They did not add faith to the miracles they experienced, and this prevent them from um, entering the land. They did know about good and evil. They were mature. They were adults. They knew about good and evil. They were given the law of things to do. Yet, when the real matter, what really mattered, came down, they were not able to fulfill their destiny, and they end up dying in the desert. And it's sad when you see that. I was reading yesterday how God tell Aaron, the brother of Moses, the high priest, come to the mountain and go up to the mountain and take that. He told Moses, take his garments out. And literally, he got killed there. And it uses two different words for dead. In English, we only see dead, but in Hebrew, they use two different words. The first one is he gets killed, he dies, and the second one is he expire. That's the word they use. Say for the second, he expire, meaning he gave up his ghost, or he gave us his spirit, and he dies there. Now, the people of Israel were going to go back to the wandering, and knowing they screwed up. They screwed up big. Deuteronomy 139 says, your children's who you said, this is the key word, said, will be plunder. Your sons who don't yet know good from evil will enter there. I will give them the land, and they will take possession of it. They will take possession of it. This is their little ones. That's what they said. They call it like it is, and they say, hey, these giants, our kids are gonna be prey for them, and God heard it, and now He says, your childrens are the ones that are gonna go in. You are not. And even though they saw miracles, Even though they saw the cloud of fire by day and fire by night, the cloud by day and the cloud of fire by night, they heard God speak. They did so many miracles, yet they did not add faith. This is amazing how we, some of us, are scared to speak something in benefit for us, not to say something in benefit for others, but just to that it will benefit us. We don't dare to speak because we want to call it like it is, call it like it is, call it like it is reality. But we don't add faith. We don't speak good things about ourselves, and this catches up. This catches up, and they get in trouble. They say, hey, our kids are going to be prey. We're not going to enter the promised land. Let's see what happens. When the Lord, this is Deuteronomy 1:34, when the Lord heard this is Moses telling them, when the Lord heard your words, this is all that it's all about. Words. For God, nothing matters like words. For us, it's material stuff or actions, flesh work. But for God, it's the word. The word. He grew angry and swore an oath. God promised. He was like so mad. He promised. None of his men in this evil generation. I just reading this recently and then I was thinking, oh, Jesus said that too to his own apostles. Evil generation, how long do I have to be with you? He said this. Then Moses said this, but Jesus said this to his own, not to the Pharisees, to his own apostles, meaning they were not going to accomplish their goal. It says evil generation will see this good land. I swore. None of these men in this evil generation will see the good land I swore to give your ancestor, except Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, and he will see it, and I will give him and his descendants the land on which he sets foot, because he remained loyal to the Lord. The Lord was angry with me also because of you, and said, you will not enter there either. Joshua, the son of Nun, who attends you, will enter it. Encourage him, for he will enable Israel to inherit it. Your children, who you say will be plundered, your sons who don't yet know good from evil. This is what happens. This is why we are full of the knowledge of good and evil, and this is why we don't dare to speak something good. We don't dare to speak something good, even though we need it so much. We don't dare to speak it. We need to speak reality, because that's how we've been taught and trained. But the Bible in Hebrews says they did not add faith. They did not mix it with faith. And because of that, they were using the words against them. Now they're saying, hey, our children are going to be prey for these people, for these giants. Our children are going to be like, they're going to be able to eat them. It's going to be awful. And they speak something that they shouldn't speak, and now they're falling prey. And God gets angry with them because the word was, hey, go conquer. And they heard the voice of the spies who told them, hey, the land is good, but there's giants in the land. And they didn't fight the courage. And even though when the people do get into the land, like God told them, your kids are going to possess it. They have to take it by force. They have to take it. It's like you go to, I don't know, a city or a country, and you like what they have. You think it belongs to you. You take it. That's how they did it. They came in. God gave them a promise. It's yours, but they had to fight the people, because the people were not going to say, oh yeah, you want to take our stuff, you want to take our land, no, go ahead. And no, they were going to fight. They were going to defend it. And these were not regular people, they were giants. And they were afraid. They were in the natural, it was a way to be fearful. But God gets mad and says, "You're not," and he tells them, go back to wandering. And if they go back to wonder, yeah, they probably saw miracles too. Again, they saw them. They saw the miracles, but they missed out. They missed out. And this is what happens with after Jesus comes from the mountain. The apostles that were down. I mean, the apostles that were coming to him. He tells them, "Evil generation, how long do I have to be with you?" Because they were missing out. They were not adding faith to it. So it is important to speak or even think positive. Try. Even if you say, "But I don't see it, I don't feel it." Speak, because Jesus is big and he's able to do it. That's the message for today. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.